Hello and welcome to the English Lovers by Honeybee. So this is the video after the meaning got cleared about the connectors. I feel so that the connectors meaning you must have seen. Many of you haven't seen that one because when I check the number of subscribers and the number of views, it looks like that you have subscribed me for the sake of subscribing only. I would like to just hear your comments about the same. So kindly give you a little bit of time for the sake of study. Okay. So those one who are actually reluctant to participate into giving the comments, I request them also please do comment for it and watch the video till the last, because it is going to be very much helpful if you're gonna continue watching it, because the material used to be prepared. It takes some time to prepare that material. Okay, so it takes some time and effort also that we prepare that certain sort of material. It takes my time also, like when I used to be awake at night and we try to provide you something which would be different from somehow the other channels. So I request all of you, just please watch the video. I'm not saying that till the last or whatever it is. If the concept is clear, do not even watch it. I would say that if the concept has to be cleared further, or you want to see that whether the knowledge, whatever you have about the concept is complete one, then definitely you can leave the video. But in case you feel so that you have to listen to me and you have to see whatever I'm gonna show, then definitely please stay on and keep watching. Watch the video till the last. Let's move on to the next slide. Yeah, let me just make it a little bit. Okay, I'll take it to the other side. Yeah, here. Now you can see here what are the coordinating conjunctions. So the point of the matter, or the point of the talk right at the moment, is that one, what are the coordinating conjunctions. You must have seen this particular uh, you know given box also, that is fanboys. That's not a term actually particularly for something like if there is any particular word like fanboys. It's not like that. It's just a formula which I would say that is incomplete formula to even to know about anything. Okay, to know about the coordinating conjunction, we cannot say that it is exactly the right formula. I would say that it is not that way. This one I'm talking about. Like here you see the conjunctions which joins the two independent clauses to make the compound statement by converting them into the coordinating clauses. So what are the coordinating conjunctions which makes a coordination? These are those one which makes a coordination between the two independent clauses. Let me just have the different pointer. Okay, let me have the highlighter even. Yeah, the conjunctions which joins the two independent clauses. So first thing that we need to remember about the coordinating conjunction is they are getting used when we are saying that we are joining the two independent clauses which are not dependent upon each other even for their meaning. Okay, when the two sentences are written, like suppose this is the first statement I have written and thereafter there is a full stop, and I have written another statement and there is a full stop, and we want to join them together. Okay, both are existing on their own. Those both are simple statement because they have their own subject and predicate and have their complete meaning in itself. Okay, then if they have the complete meaning in itself, then definitely those two are independent clauses. When these two are the independent clauses, then definitely we can join them by using the coordinating conjunction. So there are different sorts of coordinating conjunctions that we're gonna talk about. Don't worry, we're gonna talk about this formula also. Okay, but here one example is given. Okay, we use the conjunction, the coordinating conjunction, to make the coordination. You see here, Dave likes reading. Okay, one statement, it's having the full meaning. Dave, the subject, likes reading, the predicate. Okay, that means it is an independent clause. and then it is carrying he does not like math. Okay, so here we need to understand how the statement is written. One statement is about the likeness and one statement is about the dislike. Okay, if something is about the like or the dislike, that means one statement is opposite to the other. For that one we use the adversative sort of conjunction, which is a kind of coordinating conjunction. We'll talk about it, don't worry. Okay, but here we have written but and we have omitted the full stop after the reading. Suppose there is a separate sentence, Dave likes reading full stop and he is having a capital letter H. Okay, he does not like math full stop, and we wanted to join them and we did it by using this particular conjunction, which is but. Okay, most of the time what is there, like when we are talking about the ICSE board, in the particular case of synthesizing of the sentence or synthesis of the sentence, you have to join the sentences without using and, but, or so, something like that is given as the information. But you need to know that what kind of conjunction it is. Okay, and then different other options for the adversative one you can use it at that place. The basic thing in this slide you need to know about is this one, that yeah, there's a coordinating conjunction which joins the two independent clauses by the use of coordinating conjunction. And yeah, let's talk about this formula a little bit. Okay, F for, A for and for nor. It is to remember the coordinating conjunction, but I feel that there is a flaw in understanding that, because coordinating conjunctions are of many categories. Even the correlative conjunctions used to be the part of the coordinating conjunction. Those are actually making the coordination. Okay, but are used in the combination. That's why we call them the correlative conjunction. Sorry. Okay, so here coordinating conjunctions are of four categories. I'll tell you about those categories. Then I think describing like that would be far better than this way, keeping only fanboys in the mind, like F for and, A for and for nor. Okay, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, S for so. Okay, remembering like that, it would be a cramming stuff, I would say. But to understand the concept, I would say that that would be much better option. Let's move on next. Yeah, here you can see that what is the principal clause and what is the subordinate clause, that you need to know about that first. Okay, we're gonna talk about that also. Okay, what is the principal clause and what is the subordinate clause. It is for the sake of knowing about, how to write a complex statement. So if it is possible, then definitely we'll talk about the every kind of the coordinating conjunction also. But here we are talking about a sentence which is not a compound statement, and in the case of the coordinating conjunction we make the compound statement. But in case of this one, like having the principal clause and then we are having the subordinating clause. Okay, if you are having the two clauses, which one, like first one is a principal clause and second one is a subordinate clause in a sentence. But first of all, let's understand about it. What is principal clause, what is subordinating clause. Little bit of information I have already given, but some of the information I want to give it right now. Okay, now you see here how this sentence is, it is the main and the principal clause, which is actually the independent clause. Obviously the principal clause would be the one which is not dependent upon the any of the clause. Okay, so principal used to be the head of the school, and same way in the sentences case, when the two sentences are there, the principal clause, the principal sentence would be complete in itself and would be also independent one. It would be independent for its meaning. If we say he jumps from the roof, okay, that is complete in itself. Okay, we can say that sentence separately. Okay, but if we say because he was in a hurry, it won't be of any meaning. Okay, it won't be of any use to write like that. Okay, we use the subordinating conjunction because we wanted to give the meaning to this sentence, he was in a hurry. If we say he jumps from the roof, full stop, he was in a hurry. So to make the coordination between the two sentences, I think then the sort of conjunction is needed won't be the coordinating conjunction, but the subordinating conjunction is needed, because here he was in a hurry won't have its meaning when it is written separately. Okay, when we write that sentence separately, it won't have its complete meaning until or unless it is used with the principal clause, which is this one. He jumps from the roof. Okay, if he jumps from the roof is not given, then the meaning of he was in a hurry would be incomplete. But we use because in between to make the bond, the connection between these two sentences clearer. Okay, I would say this is the dependent clause. Then obviously it depends upon the main clause for its meaning. That is why it is dependent clause. It is dependent or the subordinating clause whose meaning is not clear until we use subordinating conjunction to join it with the principal clause. Until or unless we are using any subordinating conjunction to join it with the principal clause, the meaning would become clearer than before. Okay, he was in a hurry, we can say it, he was in a hurry, but who was in a hurry? Okay, and the person who actually jumps from the roof was in a hurry. Okay, and that is why he jumped. Okay, so we got to know about it. So how we got to know? We use the subordinating conjunction. So this is the subordinating conjunction which makes a bond between the subordinating clause and the principal clause, I would say. I think it can clear your query. Okay, or we can say that it can clear your concept of principal and the subordinating clause. Let me tell you the difference between the coordinating and the subordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction used to make one compound statement, whereas this principal clause and subordinating clause, when gets used together and joined together with the subordinating conjunction, this subordinating conjunction used to make a complex statement. So that is why it is very, very important one. So I would say that you should know that why the complex statement is different from the compound statement. In the compound statement, two sentences are joined together by the coordinating conjunction which are of equal rank or of equal stability. Okay, they have their own rank and they have their own meaning. But in case of the complex statement, one statement is depending upon the principal clause. So just because of the dependency, I would say that the subordinating conjunction is getting used to make it a complex statement. So that is the basic thing that you need to keep in the mind, that how to make a complex statement. We need a principal clause, and second we need the subordinating clause. And how we will make it a subordinating clause? By using the subordinating conjunction. Now let's move further. Hey, you see that there are there is some information given for the subordinating conjunction. The conjunction that joins the principal clause with the dependent clause is known as the subordinating conjunction. So then here is an example. He came from the place where the people are very generous. Okay, now the statement is written. If I say he came from the place, we won't be aware of what place are we talking about. Okay, and if we say people are very generous, if we say he came from the place, it can have the meaning he came from the place. Okay, he came from some place. Okay, but if we say people are very generous, okay, then there is no connection between them. So to make a connection between them, to make the thing clearer that one statement is depending upon the other, okay, then what we did, we used where. Okay, I'll tell you a basic thing about it. I am not going to explain that at length because there is a particular certain video that I have prepared for the same, to explain about the different sorts of conjunctions in the complex statement. Okay, then how to make the complex statement, I have prepared that video, okay, separately. That would be uploaded after this video. Okay, so I'm not going to upload right now. Okay, you should be aware of this one, that it should be one by one, step by step we need to understand. Okay, then you see here it is one statement. He came from the place. He came from which place? Where people are very generous. So where people are very generous is describing about this place. So place here would be the noun. Okay, when something describes about a noun or a pronoun, is known as the adjective one. So we can say that this particular clause is adjective clause, not the adverb clause. Many would think that where is giving us the answer of the place. So then definitely it can be the adverb clause. We get to know about where here. Okay. Generally my formula is this one: when, where, how and why. When we try to find it out, then we get the answer for adverb. Okay. But here you see this particular clause is describing about, okay, the like the kind of place here, place where the people are very generous. So that's why here it is the adjective clause. Now, correlative conjunctions. Okay, what are the different correlative conjunctions? There are basically they are actually the coordinating conjunction, sort of coordinating conjunction, because they are used in the combination, but they are taken basically from the coordinations. Okay, coordination conjunction or coordinating conjunctions. Correlative are taken from the coordinating conjunctions because they relate to the statement. So that is why we say here, we see that another information that is given. Co means basically two, and relative means signifies relation between the two things because of the pair conjunctions getting used. So that is why when the pairs are getting used, and there is a sort of combination between the two sentences on the basis of the pair of it, then definitely we use a correlative conjunction. You see here, you see correlative conjunctions always join grammatically equal elements. That means, you see, this particular rule is never getting followed generally in the books that you are reading. Okay, even the textbooks that you are following, even especially when we talk about the science books, there I have seen that there is a certain sort of error that students used to find, and even in the answer key that I actually use to check the board papers also, like there it was not given grammatically with the equal elements. Like it should be with the equal elements. Suppose like one conjunction is not only, and after that one is the verb kicks. Okay, then with but also, which is a correlative one. Okay, then there is again the verb. Okay, verb. That means if there is correlative conjunction not only, with that one we are using verb. Again we are going to use the verb with the but also. Okay, sometimes it is wrongly done. What I've seen in the many of the answers that the students have written, because they don't know about this rule. Particularly this rule is followed, like it is known as a parallel rule. We can say that it is as a parallel rule, where we have to identify the equal elements and we have to use the conjunctions accordingly. That okay. So then I think it is understood to you. Here are the kinds of the coordinating conjunction. Why I told you correlative conjunctions earlier? Because correlative conjunctions are the kinds of the coordinating conjunctions. So I told you there are basically four sorts of the coordinating conjunctions. The first category is the alternative. Okay, you see alternative. So in case this alternative is making any confusion in your mind, I would say that that correlative conjunctions actually becomes the alternative one. But how we say it alternative? Because here we make the choice. Okay, here we try to make a choice here. Okay, not only this choice, but also that choice. Both this and that choice. Okay, neither this nor that. Okay, then either this or that. Okay, it is in the negative sense we use. Okay, both and positive. Okay, this also same way, either or positive way. Okay, either you do this or get the hell out of it. Okay, then I think the alternative is clear. Alternative is actually the name for the correlative one. Okay, when those are coming in the combination, not only will come in the combination with but also, both will come in the combination with and. Okay, and then neither will come in with the combination nor, either will come with the combination or. Okay, then comes the second category, which is the additive one. Additive is very, very important, let me tell you. See, and is also prohibited in your case of learning, and even for I would say that it is very general sort of use. So why to use and always? Okay, so that is why even when we write so many things, okay, when we write about suppose we are writing you know, our daily diary, okay, or our personal diary. What we do is we try to, you know, concentrate on writing with and. Instead of and, we need to use some other you know, conjunctions or sort of connectors, so that it would look very awesome. I would say that it would look attractive when something is written. We should be known about it, that like we should use the variety of connectors rather than using the same sort of connectors all the times. Okay, here the examples are and, as well as moreover, moreover, furthermore, in addition, to add. So such sort of conjunctions or such sort of connectors can be used, you know, to make the connections. I think the second category is also clear. You see, I haven't explained about it. Here I have told that when there is a choice about the two things, that we can make the use of the alternative one or the correlative one. But when we say additive, additive means like when we want to add, suppose a statement is said, and that statement is actually having the information but not the complete information, and you want to add the information to that particular unit of information, but that is not the same information that you're going to provide in the next statement. Okay, suppose you have said a statement and you want to add the statement to that statement to add some more information to the previous statement. You can use the additive conjunction there. You can use as well as there. You can use moreover there. You can use furthermore there. You can use in addition there. You can use to add also. Okay, so many are there. I'll talk about all of them one by one. In the 10 videos I mentioned that I will talk about them separately. I'll talk about each of those. Okay, whichever are there in that particular slide, then I'll talk about those. Okay, so next is yeah, here you can see the adversative. Adversative, you see, adverse means opposite. Like I told you, one example we used earlier. In that one we said that one statement is opposing the other. Okay, when one statement is opposing the other, then there we use that these sort of conjunctions, like one is but and other is however or though or although. Okay, nevertheless, all those statements, like all those, sorry, conjunctions are adversative one. Okay, whenever one statement, like suppose one statement is in a positive way and the other statement is in the negative way, like in one statement is he cleared the exam, okay, and other is he's unhappy. Okay, so one statement is opposing the other. After clearing the exam, one should be happy, but the person is not happy, so opposite statement is there. For in such of the cases, there we use the adversative conjunction. Like there would be number of the adversative conjunction, there we'll talk about them only. Okay, but I'll mention their categories different way, not the same way like adversative, relative or something like that. I'll just mention their categories different way, let me tell you. Okay, so however can be used. Okay, like he has cleared the exam, however he's not happy. Okay, so though he has cleared the exam, then comma, then he is not happy. Okay, so it depends upon how we use it. Sometimes we use them in the middle, and in case when we are using them in the middle, that we are making an informal statement. Whenever we are using the conjunctions in the beginning, then we make the formal statement. Now this illative one, illative would be a sort of tough words for you, but I would say that it's very easy one to understand. When we want to make a conclusion, so here I have given also the meaning, the conclusion. When we want to make a conclusion, not of the essay, not of the whole thing, but we want to make a conclusion of given paragraph, given statement, or given said thing, whatever we wanted to say, and we said it, and thereafter we want to say that it has a result like that. Okay, like for example, hence. Okay, so something happened, and just because of that, hence. Even in the mathematics you say hence proved. Okay, hence proved. So thus, okay, thus this happened. Okay, because of one thing, when something happens, we can use thus, we can use therefore, we can use consequently. Okay, or what we say, we can use something like resultantly or as a result, something like that can be used for sure. So I think these the kinds are clear to you. I would like to thank you all for just bearing me for such time. Okay, I would recommend you please watch the whole video and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon for the updates about the new lessons, because if you are going to, you know, subscribe my channel and you're gonna hit the bell icon, this is also gonna motivate me, and definitely with your motivation I'm gonna work harder than before. Okay, so please keep sharing my videos with your friends, with your allies, and with your companions and the family members, so that they may get that right opportunity to have the right information about English and to learn English better way. So for now it's time to say goodbye. Bye bye then. Take care.